The knock came at dawn. 3 sharp taps. Too careful, too afraid. I was already awake. I always am when the house is quiet and my thoughts are loud. I stood by the window, watching the gray morning leak into the street, when my phone buzzed once. No name, just a message. She's on her way. She's not alone. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. The door opened without waiting for permission. My wife stumbled in first. Her heels were gone. Her hair was messy, like she'd run her hands through it too many times. Her eyes were wide and wet, but not with tears, with fear. Behind her, footsteps, slow, heavy, confident. I turned from the window. The man who stepped inside wore a dark coat and a calm face. He looked around the room like he owned it, like he owned me. When his eyes landed on mine, they froze. He swallowed. Then he said the sentence that ended my marriage without raising his voice. "Oh," he whispered, "you're him." My wife made a small sound, like something breaking. It hadn't started that morning. It had started weeks ago with an invitation I wasn't allowed to see. She stood in front of the mirror that night, wearing a dress that cost more than my first car. She didn't look at me when she spoke. "You're not coming," she said. I asked why, calmly, politely, like a guest in my own life. She sighed, annoyed. "It's a big night, important people." I waited. She finally met my eyes. Her smile was sharp, mean. "Your low-class background would embarrass my career." The words landed softly. That's what made them hurt. I nodded. "Fine," I said. Then, quieter, "Have it your way." She didn't hear the second part, or maybe she did and didn't care. After that, things shifted. She stayed out late, took calls in the bathroom, smiled at her phone like it whispered secrets meant for someone else. I told myself I was imagining it. I told myself love means trust, but trust is just a story we tell ourselves when the truth is inconvenient. One night I noticed the firm's name on her folder, a logo I knew too well, a name she had started saying with excitement. The new owner, she called him, mysterious, powerful. No one had met him yet. I smiled to myself. She had no idea. I didn't ask questions. Questions warn people. I watched. I listened. I remembered. When she slept, I sat in the dark and thought about the early days, about how I'd met her when I had nothing but plans and patience, how she'd laughed when I said money didn't matter. It mattered now. I checked dates, timelines, the Gala announcement, the sudden promotion she'd received, the way she practiced her speech in the mirror saying thank you to someone who wasn't there. I called in a favor, quietly. Old friends, old systems, names I never used at home. The answer came back clean and cold. She wasn't cheating the way people think. No love letters, no secret kisses. Worse, she was using him, using my company, promising loyalty, selling herself as something shiny and new, talking about her husband like a mistake she'd grown out of. I read her words on a screen and felt something settle inside me. Not anger, clarity. At dinner, I smiled. I asked about the gala. She lit up, told me how perfect it would be, how the owner trusted her. "You'd like him," she said. "He's refined." I nodded. "I'm sure," I said. The morning after the gala, the report arrived. Photos, messages, signed promises. I printed them out and placed them neatly on the table. Then I made coffee. Black, no sugar. When she came home hours later, her perfume smelled changed, foreign, borrowed. She stopped when she saw the papers. "What's this?" she asked, too fast. I sipped my coffee. "Just reading." Her face drained of color as she scanned the pages. Her mouth opened, closed. "You went through my things?" she whispered. I looked at her, really looked. "No," I said. "I went through mine." She laughed once, a weak sound. "You don't understand," she said. "This is business." I nodded. "I know." That's when the knock came. She opened the door. Her hands were shaking. The CEO stepped inside. The same man from the photos, the same coat, the same calm. He started to speak, then saw me. Time slowed. I stood up. He recognized me, not from my face, from my silence. "I didn't know," he said quickly, "to me, not to her." She turned. "What no?" I walked past her and held out my hand. "Welcome to my home," I said. His grip was weak. "I'm the owner," I continued, "the mysterious one." Her breath caught. "That's not funny." I looked at her, and for the first time I felt nothing. "It's not a joke," I said. "It's a resume you never read." The CEO stepped back. "I can explain." I raised a finger. He stopped. "You told him I was nobody," I said, "that I'd embarrass her." He nodded, slowly. I turned to her. "You were right," I said. "I won't embarrass you." I handed her the papers. I already did better. She slid to the floor. They left together, not as allies, not as friends, just two people who had lost something they thought they owned. The house felt bigger after that, quieter. I packed a bag, not because I had to, because I wanted to. As I closed the door behind me, I felt light, like I'd set down a heavy story that was never mine to carry. Some people think power is loud, that revenge needs fire. They're wrong. Power is knowing the truth and walking away without looking back.